Chapter 21. We're on Judges, okay? Right here. Now the man of Israel had swears an oath, right, at Mizpah, saying, none of us shall give his daughter to Benjamin as a wife. Then the people came to the house of God and remained there before God till evening. They lifted up their voices and wept bitterly and said, O Lord, God of Israel, why has this come to pass in Israel, right? That today there shall be one tribe missing in Israel. And then it says, so it was on the next morning that the people rose early and built in altars there and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. The children of Israel said, who is there among all the tribes of Israel who did not come up with an assembly to the Lord? For they had made a great oath concerning any one who had not come up to the Lord at Mizpah, saying, he shall surely be put to death. At the children of Israel grieved, for the Benjamins and their brothers, and said, one tribe is cut off from Israel today. What shall we do for wives? For those who remain, seeing we have sworn by the Lord that we will not give them our daughters as wives. And they said, what one is there from the tribes of Israel who did not come up to Mizpah to the Lord? And in fact, no one had come to the camp from Jabesh, right? Gilead and to assembly. For when the people were counted, indeed, not one of the inhabitants of Japheth Gilead was there. So the congregation sent out their 12,000 to their most valiant men and commanded them, saying, go and strike the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead with the edge of the sword, included the women and the children. And this is the thing that you shall do. You shall utterly destroy every male and every woman who has known a man intimately. So they found among the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead 400 young virgins who had not known a man intimately. And they brought them to the camp of Shiloh, which is in the land of the Canaanites. Then the whole congregation sent word to the children of Benjamin, who were at the rock of Ramiah, and announced peace to them. So Benjamin came up that time that they gave them the woman who they had saved alive of the woman of Jabesh Gilead, right? So it said, yet they had not found enough for them, right? So it says, as the people grieved for Benjamin, because of the Lord had made a void of tribes of Israel. Then the elders of the congregation said, what shall we do for wives for two who remain, since this woman of Benjamin have been destroyed? And they said, there must be an inheritance for the survivors of Benjamin, that the tribes may not be destroyed from Israel. However, we cannot give them wives from our daughters, for they, children of Israel, have sworn an oath, saying, Cursed be the one who gives wives to Benjamin. Then they said, In fact, there is a year fest of the Lord of Shiloh, which is on the north Bethel, on the east side of the highway that goes up from Bethel and Shisham, the south of Lebanon. Therefore they instructed that the children of Benjamin, saying, Go lie and wait in the vineyards, and watch. And just when the daughters of Shiloh came out to perform their dances, then came out from the vineyards every man catch a wife for himself from the daughters of Shiloh. Then go to the lands of Benjamin. Then it shall be when their fathers and of their brothers come to us to complain, that we will say to them, Be kind to them for our sake, because we did not take a wife for any of them in the war, for it is not as thought. You have given this woman to them at this time, making yourself guilty to our oath. And the children of Benjamin did so. They took enough wives for their numbers from those who did dance, who they caught. They went to return to their inheritance, and there rebuilt the cities and dwelt in them. So the children of Israel departed from there at the time, every man and his tribes and family. They went out from there, every man to his inheritance, right? In those days there were no kings in Israel. Everyone did what was right in the eyes. Was right in his own eyes. So I'm going to stop right here, right? This is like 7 minutes worth. I'm reading the Bible. Scriptures little by little. So I'm going to start getting back into the Bible, because I have left out on this and I need to get back into it. And I know I've been slacking off, and I need to get back into the scriptures, and put my faith with God. And basically everything's, the way I see everything right now is going, it's going to come to an end. And we all need to get closer to God, because we don't know what the next is going to come to. We don't know what the next day is going to come to. We don't know if we're going to live, we're going to stand, we're going to die, or what. By the way I see everything is going with war, we better prepare ourselves for this. Start reading the Bible and get closer to God. We need to.